Yo, yo, yo.
What's up, guys?
Well. Look what the cat drunk in. My boy
Yeah.
B Hill has brought in a special guest. My man Mike Abel. All right. So this is going to be a fun one because this kind of sets up perfect, bro, for the game of the week. And we're going to talk about it here on the House Divided. My name is Corey Hilliard. The man next to me, B Hill, a.k.a. Brandon Hill. Of course, his good friend Mike Abel joining us this time. If you've never been here before, mi casa, su casa. But if it's not your first time, you know what to do. But whether it's your first time you've been here before, you know B Hill got to hit you with the house rules.
Guys, you already know what time it is around here at the House Divided. If you're not already, why not? Hit that subscribe button for us. There's also that little notification bell right next to it. Go ahead and hit that for us as well, because that helps you get up to date and be notified of all our newest content that we're going to be dropping. Another thing for us, if you don't mind, if you like the content, you like everything that you're seeing, there's a little thumbs up down there. Go ahead and smash that as well. That's going to help with the YouTube algorithm on our platform so that we can get out there to the right people and everybody can view our content. And the last thing that we always ask you guys for, we plead for, drop down there in the comment boxes. Leave your comments. Tell us what you guys think about the show. Good, bad, right, wrong, and different. Don't really care. So, as my guy Corey was starting out there, my boy Abel right here. This is a day one, guys.
Sir.
Day one right here. And this is probably legit one of the biggest Cowboy fans that I know. So, it only felt right to kind of bring him on here, you know what I'm saying? My guy Corey over here, he can rock the Lions stuff, guys, because he played for the Lions. So
6 years, man.
when you sit there
Yes,
and you
sir.
look at my guy Corey rocking this Lions stuff, and you're like, "Oh, the Lions suck." The guy played for him, so go to sleep. You feel me?
Dog.
So that's where I'm gonna be at on that one. But we're gonna hop into this matchup, man, because this is what we do. This is a big matchup right here. I'm gonna let you kind of start this off, Abel, since you're our guest here at the House Divided. We do
Okay.
have some rules. Our guests always go first. So, what are you looking at in this game? What are you looking for? Give it to me.
Boy, big one. That's a fact off top. Man, it's gonna be one of those games. It's gonna be the nitty gritty. It's gonna start at the first, gonna end at the fourth, and it's not gonna be no in betweens, nonstop action. Hopefully, so. Big thing is last week Big L against Green Bay, that was tough. A lot of blame's been put on Dakota. I'm not for sure that blame is necessary, but that's neither here nor there. We'll get into that, I'm sure. But
Right.
man, yeah, the Vikings, they're playing ridiculously good football right now. Arguably the best team in the NFL. Last week's win against Buffalo, and Buffalo was massive. So Dallas got their work cut for them. So they better bring their big boy britches, you know what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely.
Well, hold on. So, Mike, what do you think the key is? Like, if you being a Cowboys fan, right? This is your team. You watch them every Sunday, Monday, whenever they play. What's the X factor for you guys to get this W?
Stopping Dalvin. I think stopping Dalvin is just monumental. If they go out there and put up another 200, that would be 3 straight games with over 200 yards for that defense, and that would just be crucial. That would be a big blow. I don't see them doing too much if that's the case. So them big boys up front are going to need to step up, stop the run. That's for sure.
Make them one-dimensional.
But man, I'll let Kirk throw all day. Trayvon, he stepped up. That's big boy football over there. We got a couple of newbies that are in on some rookies. Bland, Anthony Brown's still there. He's gonna have to step up big too. He didn't have the best
Anthony
game last
Brown's in
week.
concussion protocol. Last I knew, is he not?
So, not
I
is
thought
it
he
Anthony
was.
Brown?
Anthony
Oh,
Brown's
okay.
in concussion protocol. Last I knew, y'all secondary is a little hampered right now. Now here's the
Even
thing.
worse.
Here's the thing. I respect what you're saying with the run game. I get that, but number 18 out there on the outside, you're not worried one bit. Now here's the thing. Here's a little nugget for you, and this is going to be a tip of the cap to you, as a Cowboys fan. Last year, Justin Jefferson on Halloween by the Cowboys got held to his lowest season total. He only had 2 catches for 21 yards.
Mm.
Coming off of last
Mm.
week, 10 catches for 193 yards. What's he going to do? You know what I'm saying? 10 catches, 193 yards, and a touchdown. The dude, other than Tyreek Hill yards-wise right now, like the dude's absolutely balling. And
Ridiculous.
He's a nightmare. You cannot, I hope you single cover him. Please.
I don't think they're
That's a
foolish enough to do that. dude.
Nobody's going to do it.
they-
So what I'm saying is you got to shut down that run game. You're going to have to sacrifice some things away from the passing game. And that's a pick your poison. Because not only do we got Justin Jefferson, but then we picked up TJ Hawkinson, who I think is going to be a major factor in this game.
Yeah,
We're going to see what your linebacker is. Van Der Esch, is Anthony Barr. Are they going to cover him? We'll see.
Well, let's hope
Be
Anthony
interesting.
Barr plays this week. That would be nice.
That
was a big blow last week for sure. And he'd like to go back and play against Minnesota, his old team.
Absolutely,
But,
absolutely.
Man, Justin
I would-
Jefferson.
It's not for me, you guys. The matchup. It's not even so much about what. I mean, it's what Vikings are gonna do on defense, right? How are y'all gonna stop Tony Pollard? I don't know if Zeke's gonna play. He's questionable this week, but Tony Pollard's got the juice right now. I absolutely love the way that guy plays football. CeeDee Lamb, he's coming on. If they can get Michael Gallup more involved, this offense can put up points. Dalton Schultz, the tight end, he's nice. I mean, you guys tend to give up some points here and there.
Yeah, we do.
Right.
We're more of like your bend, don't break defense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we'll definitely bend and give up some yards, but we can come up with them big turnover. We've been getting the big turn. But here's my concern as a Vikings fan, and I'm sorry if I cut somebody off here, but it's literally how many close games are we going to be able to play like that and come out on top? You only so much that you can do week in and week. Man, we got to blow the doors off of somebody sooner or later. I'm not saying that's going to happen this week. I'm not predicting a blowout this week. I think this is going to be a tight game like what you just said. But it's like, man, how many times are you guys going to come down from 10 down, 17 down? I mean, let's be real. Yes, that was a big game against Buffalo, but man, so many things had to go right for the Vikings to be able to win that game. So many things. Is that going to happen week in and week out? Man, I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It kind of makes you nervous sometimes. Like, did we peak at the wrong time? Are we peaking at the wrong time? Where's it going to go? We will know a lot this week against Dallas, though. It's a 3:25 kickoff. Really, it's disrespectful from Vegas' side of views. -1.5 in favor of y'all. Come on.
They saw the game
now.
last year, dog.
Come
Cooper Rush got them
man.
last year.
Look,
Hey,
Cooper
hey,
Rush
you
beat
know-
them last year,
Zadar-
dog.
but
Cooper
Zadarius-
Rush beat
hey.
them last year.
Hey, this
They
is a
running
different
threes,
defense.
bro.
This is a different defense than last year, Corey. This is a different Vikings defense than last year, bro. Zadarius, don't.
It's a
sit
whole
there
different
like
Vikings
that.
football.
I mean,
team.
look, bro, it's still a defense that you said it. It's still a bend but don't break defense. You guys play a lot of tough games. I'm looking at what
Oh,
y'all
they
done
broke-
recently.
They broke last.
You're down.
Last
You're
year they
down
were
17-7 against the Commanders. You're down 27-10 against the Buffalo Bills, so you had to come back.
Right.
You guys are
Right.
known to give up points. That's all the point I was bringing
But
up.
they're
You know what I
known
mean?
also too to knuckle up and tighten up when they need to and get the stops when they need to get the ball back to their offense and get the ball back in 1-8's hands. That's all.
That's fair.
Go ahead. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, what Dallas offense are you going to get too? They might go out there and just be 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, field goal, 3 and out. You know what I mean?
You
That's
never know.
that's a big thing too. They need to be more consistent, being able to move the football down the field for sure.
No, that's
The
absolutely.
defense get some rest, kill the clock. Some old school Tony and Dez in them days where they just eat the clock. That's what needs to happen. That's a recipe for some good cooking right there.
Bro, I like a lot of what Dallas did last week against the Packers. 28-14 going into the fourth quarter. You guys gave away 2 opportunities. You got the strip sack fumble early in the first quarter. Dak throws an interception. Then Dak throws another interception, which I think was on CeeDee Lamb. He didn't cut in front of the safety. So you take those 2 turnovers away, bro. It could have been like 35-14. It could have been
Yeah.
38-14 somewhere in that realm. I think you guys got a really good offense. Just don't turn the ball over. So I don't know.
All
Do
right.
you want to make picks on this? Are we making
Yeah,
picks?
absolutely. We're making.
I'm gonna go
picks.
first and let y'all hash
Go
it
for
out
it.
after. I'm gonna go. I like the quarterback better in this situation. I would take Dak right now, slightly over
That's-
Kirk Cousins. But you guys got the better receivers. You got the better weapons, if you ask me, as a collective. Hawkinson, Thielen, and then we all know the best receiver right now in the NFL, Jefferson. If I flip it over on
True.
defense, Dallas has got the best defensive player, I think, in the whole NFL, Michael
Oof.
Parsons.
Oof.
They got Diggs back there in the secondary. They got some steady linebackers. You guys got nice edge rushers. Zadarius. You got my other man, Danielle Hunter, who looks like a freaking like an Autobot. You know what I mean? Like, and then you still got a somewhat nice secondary. So to me, I think the key is going to be Michael Parsons making some splash plays. Jefferson's going to get his. I like a tight game. I like 34-31 Dallas.
Ooh, there it is. There it is. Go ahead.
I'm taking Dallas to cover the 1-5, to cover their 1.5 road favorites. They are road favorites, so
Ooh.
there you go. That's my take.
Hey, there you go.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think that's one of the first time, if not the first time, that a home team that's been 8-1 or better has been the underdog.
It's been a while.
That's
They
tough.
was talking about it today.
That's-
It was like back in the 60s
Yeah,
or the
that-
70s
yeah, I
that
heard-
was the
Mhm.
last time that happened. So it was like it really is disrespectful, to be honest with you. But go ahead with your pick.
Yeah, so I agree with Corey. I think that not being biased, but I think that Dallas is going to have to bounce back. This is one of those games, dang near, that their season could be on the line. If you look at it, I mean, the way that the NFC is playing out, right now they're barely at a wild card. So this is a must-win game for them. Now, I do think that Kirk right now is definitely the better quarterback playing football right now in this season. But I do think that Dallas, their defense is going to step up and create some turnovers. Later in the football game, that's going to be crucial for that win. So I'm definitely going Dallas. I'm going 27-24.
Okay. I like that pick. Not really though. I don't like that pick.
I was about to say you don't like that.
No.
There's no way in the world you like that.
You like that? Do you like that? That's all I gotta say.
I like that pick.
I'm sitting here looking at this game cast, you know what I'm saying, on ESPN. You got points per game, 25 for the Vikings, 23 for the Cowboys. Points allowed per game is 18 for the Cowboys, 21 for the Vikings. Okay? Total yards, as far as offensive side, is 372 a game for the Vikings, 343 for the Cowboys. So that's a wash. Now, the defensive side of the ball, though, you guys are only giving up 349 yards total on average. The thing is, though, is your pass defense is completely shut down, giving up only 200 passing yards a game, which I honestly think that's going to get very much challenged this week in a way that it hasn't been challenged yet. I don't think you guys have faced a Minnesota Vikings receiving core yet. You are about to. So, with that being said, as far as the rushing yards allowed, that should be another thing that should make the Cowboys fans nervous. You got Dalvin Cook back there. You also have Alexander Madison to back him up. So they got a couple of guys that can run at you. And adding TJ Hawkinson wasn't just big as far as the receiving side of the ball. That man is a hell of a run blocker as well. So all those things getting factored in, I got my Vikings winning 21-17. That's what I got the score at. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of fireworks in this one. If you got anybody on your fantasy team, I mean, you might just want Jefferson, maybe Dalvin Cook. Anybody else? CeeDee Lamb over there, I don't think he's going to do anything. But if you have Tony Pollard, go ahead and start him right now because the Vikings like giving up runs. So we just don't give them up as much as what you guys have. Y'all are at 143 average. We're at 118 average. So it's kind of give and take, really. I mean, these are really two good football teams. But when you look at it at the end of the day, y'all are 6-3. We're 8-1. We got like a 5-game lead in the division right now. Are my Vikings going to come out hungry? Or are they going to, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes teams in the NFL, Corey, you can attest to this probably. Do you guys not, if you're sitting there at 8-1, you got a 5-game lead in the division, are you sitting there stressing? Because you got a Dallas team that's going to pull up into your building and they're sitting there at 6-3 and they're going to be hungry for this win because they just got their butts handed to them against Green Bay. So
yeah, I agree.
You know Michael Parsons, the best defensive player in the league. Those are things that scare me. And Christian Darisaul's in concussion protocol right now, which, mind you guys, here's a little fact for you. Go look it up. The number 1 PFF graded left tackle in the NFL this year, it's Christian Darisaul. I'm just saying. Go look it up. He's the number 1 PFF graded. He was graded
and he's not playing?
89.8.
And he's not playing? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying he's not playing. I'm saying that he's in the concussion protocol as of right now. He was at practice today with the red jersey on for no contact. So but I'm saying that's a big thing.
Oh, that's huge.
And that would make me very nervous if he's not. Blake Brandel, the back. I don't want to go up against Michael Parsons with Blake Brandel as my left tackle.
No.
That's just not what I was looking forward to.
No.
So,
because
those are just things that I point out. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say if that happens, bro, you're gonna have to waste your running back on chipping him.
I know.
Keeping your tight end to chip him and get out late. That's gonna affect the offensive game plan for sure. That's a huge piece.
That's the thing. Michael Parsons is one of those guys though that can absolutely wreck an offensive play caller's day. He can completely he can take your game plan, crumple that thing up, and throw it right back in your face and laugh at you. That's what that guy is capable of. He is. So, and I'm not a Cowboy fan whatsoever, but Michael Parsons is a dude. He's a dude. He's a once in a generational type player. And to think that y'all traded down with the Eagles to get him. That was
smart.
Kudos to you guys. Division, come on.
And you got D-Laws coming on now. I mean, he's starting to make plays again. So
he just needs to stay healthy. He's got to stay healthy.
Yeah,
got to stay healthy down the stretch. That's key.
It's going to be interesting. Do y'all got anything else on this game before we move on to the next one? Or y'all good?
No, I'm good on this
Sunday?
one.
It's Sunday. 3:25. Oh man, I can't wait. I'm telling you. I tell you what. As far as like college football with my Sooners just being absolute poo-poo this year, it's like. Man, I can't wait. I was watching the OU game against West Virginia last week when they lost, and I was like, man, I can't wait till Sunday. Like, I don't even freaking care. We're 5-5. But anyways, on to the next one. This next game, though, guys, I like this next game personally just from a fan's perspective of football. The Philadelphia Eagles are rolling up into Indianapolis against the Colts. The line right now sits, of course, in Philly's favor at -7. You got Jonathan Taylor, who just had a breakout game last week. If you got him on your fantasy team, whatever, he had a breakout game last week. He was looking healthy after that ankle injury, everything else. This is going to be a 12 o'clock game. They got Matt Ryan back. The Eagles are coming off of a loss. I mean, this has the makings of an upset in my mind, but I'll kick it over to you, Abel. What you got on this game?
Man, I'm looking for Jeff Saturday to go 2-0.
Okay.
Just start it out. That's what I'm looking for.
I bet you
know what I'm saying? I mean, let's be serious right now. Hey,
I like it.
I've been watching Jeff Saturday on the Get Up show and all that stuff for quite a while, and he's telling the truth. You got to run the football.
Right.
As of right now, that's
God,
quote unquote, deficiency in the Eagles defense right now. So what we're looking for is JT needs to go out and go for like 300. You know what I mean?
Granted,
he needs to have a day.
Now, granted, the Eagles did just add Ndamukong Suh and Linval Joseph to their defensive line. And to mention that they got Jordan Davis is going to be back in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So we're looking at Jordan Davis and Ndamukong Suh and freaking Linval Joseph in the core of your defensive line. That's if
I
it's
love it.
now. Granted, Ndamukong Suh isn't the Ndamukong Suh of when he was playing with the Lions. He's
Right.
not that Ndamukong Suh. Linval Joseph is not the Linval Joseph that was with the Vikings. Those are
Right.
names. Those are household names in the NFL. Yes, they're respectable guys, but do they have enough left in the tank? I think they do, because all they literally have to do is stop the run. That's all they were brought there to do. They don't have to do nothing. They're big guys to plug up that hole so they can fill in the gaps and stop the run game.
Honestly, B, that's what they were both known for before they fell off. They were both
They
known
were-
as good run stoppers. You know,
Big
good
boys.
interior linemen. I mean, Sue had his years earlier on where he was a good pass rusher. As his career went on, though, he became a primary run defender in the interior. And you know all about Big Linval. I mean, he was there in Minnesota. He's always just been a big old body that
He's a
just plugs
beast.
up the middle.
He's a,
So-
here's the thing, though. I respect the hell out of Howie Roseman, man. His team comes off of their first loss of the season, and what does he do? Their one
Oh.
deficiency that was gashing them, the
Yeah.
run game, he goes out and he gets 2 big-time free agent pickups at the end of the season to go into the playoffs with.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's
you
nipping
got
that in the
these-
bud.
both
He's like,
of
I'm
them-
not letting this fester.
One thing
Right
is
now.
both those dudes are probably in real good shape, and they're probably ready to go. I can promise you that. They're
Yeah.
not in football shape yet. They'll play into that. But like as far as like overall shape, oh my gosh.
Well, smart on his part to get both of them too, because now
Yeah.
you got 2 guys you can rotate them in. You bring one off, you bring the other one in. So you're not putting all your eggs in one basket with one guy. You got 2
Right.
legit run stopping veterans that have played the game forever that you could switch out on and off the field throughout a defensive drive, which is key.
One thing I want to ask before we get into the picks on this game. This is kind of, since we're talking about like free agent pickups, everything else. OBJ. Who y'all got him going? Where's OBJ going to go? Where do y'all got him landing like for real?
Shoot, he's been rumored to both of y'all's teams. The gear they should wear. I've heard Vikings. I've heard Dallas. I've heard he wants to play somewhere in a dome where it's warm though. So I don't know.
I'll let
Your
you
guess
go
is good
first
as
on this.
mine, man.
Go ahead, Abel. What you thinking?
I ain't never heard about OBJ playing in Minnesota, but could you imagine that though?
Oh
It just
my
came out last week, like it's right after the game.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was actually, I seen it in his press conference, in Justin Jefferson's press conference. He was talking to OBJ and about the possibility of OBJ coming and teaming up with him. He was actually, it's in his press conference. You can go back. That would be freaking insane. Insane.
It's in a
Man.
dome. It's a dome
Adams-
team.
Man.
Adam Thielen as the third receiver on your team.
He becomes the fourth
Fourth-
target because they're
fourth-
going to Hawkinson
fourth
now.
target. Yeah.
Hawkinson's the
And
second
and
target
you got
now.
Odell and
Yeah.
because you know Odell's got that connection with Justin Jefferson from the LSU days. They're the contender. He wants to. They check all the boxes. I mean, really, in my opinion, do I think it's going to happen? No, but it could. That would
I
be
think
a
he's
splash.
better suited.
That would
and-
be, that would be a splash.
that would be a splash.
That would garner some dang respect with everybody if we got OBJ. That's a fact. If you
I
can
like
get
him better.
OBJ to have a little bit of the talent that he had last season. Do I expect
Yeah.
to dip in OBJ? Yes, I do. But do we want him to be the guy? No, we got one of those. We just, you're going to get single coverage because the other dude over there is going to be doubled every play.
Yeah,
I mean, that's ridiculous to think about.
yeah.
So
I like him better with the Cowboys just for fit purposes.
I do.
You know, I think he'll be the clear number 2 by the time the playoffs will start. But who knows, man? Who knows?
I think
don't know.
think in Dallas, and I'm not hating when I say this, but I think he would compete to be the best receiver in Dallas. I really do.
With CD Lamb, yeah.
Just because of his accolades. I'm not disrespecting CD Lamb when I say that, because OBJ is a dude when he's healthy, and he just came off of winning a Super Bowl with the Rams. I mean, let's be completely honest. Do you
Yeah.
agree with that take, Abel, or am I completely off the wall with it?
I think that's a little wild, but
Okay.
I
Tell me
think
why.
I don't
also
think so.
that I'm just saying he wouldn't. I mean, CD would definitely be the number one still. You know what I mean? And
I think
and CD would definitely probably he would be able to handle and carry whatever would be coming his way. But can you imagine? Odell Beckham and then CD Lamb
he goes to
and
either one
Michael
of our
Gallup.
teams.
That's a pretty good tandem right there.
No, that's nice.
And you're right.
That's
Last
nice.
year in the what was it? 6 games of regular season or whatever he played for the Rams before the playoffs. He played well. And
He
then
got
in the
better
Super
and
Bowl,
better.
he was arguably
And,
the MVP before he got
and,
hurt. He was balling.
tell me who his offensive coordinator was
In
last year.
what's his
Yeah,
name?
who was his?
I can't think.
Yeah, the
Is it
Vikings
McConnell?
head
What's
coach.
his name?
Come on,
Yeah,
Kevin
yes, sir.
O'Connell. Kevin O'Connell,
Kevin, that's what it
KOC.
is.
It's my guy KOC, man. He's
It
been
would
coming.
be.
All he
And
does.
just
I'm just saying.
just off that
man,
alone,
I'm
there's
just
chemistry right
saying.
there already
I'm
brewing. So
just
that's.
saying. That's
But then you
ridiculous.
can't count out New York. He might want to go back home. You know what I
Why?
mean? He
Why would you
started
wanna
it.
do that?
I wouldn't. Let's be serious. I'm not. I think
I
everybody
mean,
knows New York's a pretender. They're not contender status. You know what I mean?
I'm
So
not.
I
No,
do
I'm
think
picking them
now
first
that
round exit.
now that I'm hearing you guys saying that, I definitely think, wow, the Vikings. If I'm Odell, I'm looking at that like, oh wow, that's a very
That's
legitimate
perfect.
opportunity
That's
for me.
perfect.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
cause let's be honest. Yes, the Dallas one that looked good, but Justin Jefferson, come on now, and you're pairing him
And you
with
know what else?
OBJ. OBJ was he
hmm
was the one he got banned from LSU because he was breaking JJ off after the national title. I mean, come on, man. It's
Man,
your
I
little
do remember
bro.
that.
Yeah.
Go over there and play with your little bro. Now, am I being biased? Absolutely, I am. But I would love that as a
Right.
Vikings fan. I mean,
But
hit
we're also
B Hill.
missing.
If that happens, hit B Hill up. I got money ready for anybody who want to bet on the Super Bowl.
All right,
Coming.
absolutely. And we're also missing. He's a champion. You know what I mean? Having somebody that's a champion, having that mentality to bring into a locker room,
That's
especially
facts.
say on Dallas's case,
Absolutely.
they're all young.
Absolutely.
Noah Brown, I mean, he's the most experienced receiver on there for like 6 years, and he's just starting to shine. So
That's
having
right.
someone like that that's been there, that's done it for a long time, that's seen how championship football works,
Yeah.
to be able to just spare knowledge like that is just for any locker
Right.
room. You know what I mean? For
Right.
that wide receiver group, it's just going to be huge.
I feel you. I like that. What you got on that, Corey?
No, I think both situations are a good fit. I kind of like the Dallas one better, but
You did say
he
that.
would shine anywhere he goes, bro. It's OBJ. As long as he stays healthy, he's good anywhere he goes. I wouldn't be worried about it.
hmm
Yeah.
He needs to get on. He needs to get on the field though. If he's medically cleared, he needs to get with a team and he needs to get it going because playoffs right around the corner. It's going to be here before you know it.
They're saying he's going to have a place picked out by the end of November, so we'll know something like
Yeah.
right after Thanksgiving, I think.
And that's a pivotal part of the season too, man. Running into December.
Yeah.
Mm.
We're gonna see. It's gonna be interesting. Kicking back over though to the game, we got the Philly in Indianapolis -7 in Philly's favor. I'm gonna go ahead and start this one off. I'm picking Indianapolis to pull the upset here. I'm picking it. I'm running with, and because I'm a Vikings fan and I want my Vikings to be able to clinch that #1 seed. I mean,
Hey,
I'm just saying. I want people to roll through Minnesota if we got to play in the playoffs. That's all I'm saying. So, with that being said, I got Indianapolis Colts. They're gonna win that. What you got on it, Corey?
I got the Eagles. I don't think they're going to cover, but I still there's nothing more dangerous than a good team coming off a loss. That team's going to be remotivated. They're going to know that they are beatable now because everybody was talking about the whole undefeated thing, and now it takes the pressure off, and it gives the coaches something to work with during the week. Right? They're
Right.
going to get their asses coached this week. I bet they have
Right.
been.
hmm
So they're going to be ready, dog. They're going to be ready.
They are. Go ahead. What you got on it, Abel?
man, you know what I want, but you know what I don't do is I don't play with my money. You understand?
Okay.
So the Eagles are going to win this. The Eagles is going to win this football game. Let's stop it. Come on now. You know what I mean? Hey, but it's Jeff Saturday. I'm going for you. Go 2-0. Just run down the throat, like we said, Sue and all. But they just I don't think they're playing because they just got signed this week. I don't know how that all operates, but I'm not for sure. So just run it down the throat. Matt Ryan, he can fling it around. Michael Pittman, Deshaun or Deion Jackson, I believe is his name. So as
Really,
the backup running back, they've got a little group that they can do some things. It's
he's
just if
not
Matt Ryan
flinging it
cannot turn the
around.
football over.
He's
That's
not flinging
key.
it around. His best weapon, all he needs to do is just do that little quick dump off to Jonathan Taylor the whole game. I need about like
Hey,
9 or 10
just let him run
receptions out
wild.
of JT and
That's
let it
exactly what
just
I'm
go.
saying.
Give that guy.
Yep.
Jonathan Taylor needs to touch the ball 30 to 35 times for the Indianapolis Colts to be successful in this football game. And
I'm
I
pretty sure
think
I've seen a stat. Yeah.
That's
That said
where
something
I'm at.
like
It's
that.
about 30 to
Mhm.
35 times. If he does that and it's successful carries and averages anywhere between 4.5 and 5 yards a carry, I'm taking that all day. I'm eating with it, and Jonathan Taylor's going to have a big day. Fantasy
Yes, sir.
fantasy numbers are going to be between 25 to 35.
God,
That's
please.
what in a PPR, in a
God.
standard PPR league. You got me too, bro. I'm biased on that.
I got them, bro.
Man.
So I need that. I need all of them
Hey.
points.
All them points.
Man, fantasy. Hey, I'm looking forward to next year, bud.
No, I feel you. It happens to the best of us, man. Don't feel bad.
Oh, it's been rough.
I'm sitting there at 5-5 in one league and 4-5 in the other league. I think
I'm like 2 and something, bud.
Oh man, that's tough.
It's tough.
Well, it's probably because you picked all them dang Cowboy players, huh?
I don't have one Cowboys player on my roster.
Stop it.
Wow.
I swear.
I'm
Hey,
proud of you, bro. It's about time.
like I
you
said, I don't like to
realize
play
that
with my
the
money,
Cowboys-
and
No, here's
Man.
the thing, though. I'll tell you a little fantasy nugget, man. I had the number 1 pick, and I was tossing it between, and I was like, man, I'm not going to pick Justin Jefferson just because I'm not going to let my fandom interfere with it. But I was like, man, I'm a dummy for that because Justin Jefferson's just that dude. It's not me that believes that. It's everybody. So, otherwise, you got anything else on this game before we move on to this next one?
go
All right,
Colts.
I feel you. I'm in the same boat right now. I don't want the Eagles to win, and I want to keep winning. So we'll see what happens. This next game, though, it's an interesting game as far as the AFC is concerned. The Chargers, which were my pick to actually win this division this year, have actually been a disappointment, in my opinion. They're sitting there at 5-4 right now, but they're still firmly in playoff position against the Kansas City Chiefs. You got the Chiefs rolling up in there at 7-2. You know what I'm saying? They got Patrick Mahomes. He's still there, my friends. And they got Travis Kelce. They just added Kadarius Toney, which I think is going to be the absolute steal of the year. I think that's absolutely scary. I'm just throwing that out there. With Patrick Mahomes. So, and then you got, it's a 7:20. This is a Sunday night game. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Justin Herbert, to me, and you guys can call me crazy if you want, he just hasn't looked like he's got that juice no more. Like, he kind of looks deflated this year, in a way. You know what I'm saying? And it's hurt the Chargers because of it. Also, Keenan Allen going out and in with injuries, everything else like he always does. They can never
Mike
stay
Williams.
healthy. At Mike Williams being hurt, that definitely doesn't help. But it's like, it doesn't look right. And also, Rashawn Slater, the left tackle, is also out for the season for them as well. So they've been in injury freaking, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those years.
Mm-hmm.
But what y'all's take on that as far as Justin Herbert and possibly having a bounce back game in this Kansas City game, or do you think his struggles are going to continue?
Man, look, personally, I think they'll continue. They're coming off the loss to the 49ers. They lost to Seattle 2 weeks ago. They barely beat the Falcons the week before. They had to win in overtime against Denver. Herbert doesn't have his receivers. They're not just going to throw Keenan Allen back in there and give him a full slate, a full complement of plays. They're going to ease him back into it. I like what Kansas City is doing right now. Mahomes is on another planet. Let's be honest. Probably right now the MVP of the league.
He's
So
ridiculous.
if I'm just being honest, the only thing that the Chargers have to hang their hat on is that it's a divisional opponent. They know these dudes. The last time they played, they only lost by 3 points. So give me the Chiefs to cover the 5. I'm not confident in anything the Chargers got going on right now.
I'm with you. What do you got on this, Abel?
I mean, I got the Chiefs by probably at least 50, right? I mean,
yeah.
the Chargers have been injury ridden literally since week 1. Justin Herbert hasn't been healthy. How are you supposed to be able to be healthy and be consistent and play the quarterback position at a high level when you got these ribs that are probably still broke or cracked or whatever it is? You know what I mean? He's just getting beat up. He's been getting sacked. As I'm looking right here, points against for the defense, they're 29th in the league. Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes, just like you said, Tony, they are going to have a field day. They're going to pack lunches and hand them out one by one to the defense, you know? So, I mean, Tony, that trade was just that dude is a stud. It just was underutilized in New York. And last year, who wanted to be in New York? You know what I mean? Saquon wasn't Saquon. Daniel Jones somehow got like a complete transform. I don't even know into a solid quarterback. It seems right.
He's solid.
So
solid.
It just him being over in Kansas City now is just going to be able to. The plethora of weapons that Patty has is ridiculous. Even with Juju out, concussion protocol, if he still got that means Tony can step in there and have almost a full role. So that just man.
Yeah.
How do you?
No, it's ridiculous.
And why is it always them? Why do they just keep? It doesn't seem like they take a step back. And if you like, the Tyreek Hill, but look at him now. Let me fly back. The number 1 passing offense in the entire NFL, Patty Mahomes.
Oh,
that's not something that we haven't heard before. That's just what they do. You know what I mean? Number 1 scoring offense in the NFL, Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, it's just.
Credit to Andy Reid a lot on that too. It's not just Patrick Mahomes.
He might be the best coach in the NFL.
He basically, I feel like, honestly, because did any of us see this coming in college with Patrick Mahomes? Because I sure as hell didn't.
The only thing I knew about Patrick Mahomes is the game against OU where they threw for like 14,000 yards in one game.
If you like defense, don't watch that game. But yeah, no. Patrick, he was balling that game, but I just thought, OU's defense was just trash. Everybody dropped 50 on OU. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it worked out. You know what I'm saying? And the problem this year is their defense is still trash and their offense is just not just not it. So, but anyway,
look at you getting sidetracked.
I'm picking. I'm gonna go with the upset on this one. They're at home. I'm kind of feeling upset worthy this week. You know what I'm saying? It's the Chargers. I'm gonna pick against everybody. I'm picking the Chargers as well. Give me that -5. You know what I'm saying? All of it. They're gonna beat it. They're gonna win everything. Chargers are gonna come back big and they're gonna win this game. So Mike Williams and all them as well. Just to let you know that he's questionable, so he could possibly play. Questionable means he can possibly play. Mike Williams.
That is the definition. Plays. Yes.
That makes a difference. You know what I'm saying? I think he was a limited participant today. Because if he was not a limited participant, he would be doubtful. And he is not. He is questionable. So
look at you.
-5, give me those all day. Give me the Chargers.
Preach, Pastor. Preach.
That's just where it is. That's what I'm rolling with on that one. So, all right. Is there anything else anybody wants to talk about on this?
What's that?
Anything else anybody wants to talk about on this before I make my guy Abel give us his top 10 entering week 11?
No.
You're wild picking the Chargers, though. But, yeah.
Got to, man. Roll with it. Why
swinging
not?
Big,
I mean, Kansas City lost to the Colts this year on the road, so don't think it's impossible. I'm just saying.
What was that, week 3?
I'm just saying. Okay, and the Vikings lost week 2, but everybody still talks about that, so throw it out there to them.
You're right.
Oh, I like that. What was that? Was that a little crowd thing? That was awesome. I love that.
Hey,
that was good.
Real
Yeah,
talk. Hey, we're
yeah.
gonna have a little moment real quick, bro. You know how we knew at this show. I just found out all of these things that I could play when you do something funny,
Yeah.
make a good
Let's
joke.
go.
Oh,
Let's
so
go.
there we go.
Let's
You
go.
like that, huh?
This time.
All right, let's
I like
go.
it.
All right,
That was
so Abel,
unexpected.
so Abel's gonna give us his
Give
His
us
top
your
10?
top 10. Yeah, give us your top 10, Abel.
Oh man, this isn't very controversial at all. This is plain Jane. You should see it how it is.
Right.
Number
We're
one.
good. And
Yeah,
we're definitely,
Oh, that
thank
was
you, thank you,
unexpected.
round of applause.
We're,
Hey,
we're
but thank you. No,
we're definitely
you're
gonna
gonna-
pick this
you-
apart. We're gonna pick
You're
this apart.
foreshadowing. I see.
Just so that you know, I'm gonna pick this apart. Okay, go. Go ahead.
Okay, okay. And I'm gonna go with number one. I'm gonna go with the Kansas City Chiefs. All right,
Okay.
they're just
Okay.
that's them.
Okay.
Number two, Minnesota.
Okay. Okay.
Number three, I got Philly. Even coming off a loss, it's still Philly. Number four, we ain't even talked about them not one time today, but I got the Miami Dolphins. Okay,
We talked
yeah,
about
big
Tyreek,
time.
but yeah, a little bit.
we're talking about yeah.
That's nice.
Okay,
like
now
it.
I got Buffalo. I got
Okay.
Buffalo coming in. I got Dallas. I got the Giants. I got the Ravens, the Jets, and at number 10, I got the Bucks.
The Bucks. Whoa.
Bucks are
Yeah.
in there. The
Hey,
Bucks.
Just
The
The
time
Bucks.
out, bro. That was a great
Ooh.
listen to you got to number 10, Mike. I was feeling the
Yeah.
listen to.
The Bucks.
Hey, it took me a long time to determine that. I had three teams that I was trying to choose from.
Who
Well,
are you
And it was
those
between
other
them.
ones?
It was between them. I had the Seahawks, and then I was thinking 49ers, right?
Seahawks.
Uh-huh.
But man, I just out of those three teams,
I didn't put the Seahawks.
I
in
just
either.
it was really tough to go against Tom at that rate, knowing that they're gonna win the division, they're gonna make the playoffs, right? So I mean,
Yeah.
do you see Atlanta or New Orleans going on a streak with you? It's just
Hell no.
very unlikely.
No.
No.
So
No.
all Tampa Tom's got to do is get up in the dance, and he's gonna start dancing. So that's
man.
tough.
That's true. That
I
would scare
wouldn't-
me as an
I
NFC.
wouldn't want-
And that and it,
I wouldn't want
it took
to
me
play.
truly like 35, 45 minutes to think which one, because I wanted it to be just right. And man, I just
They've won their last two after going through.
that's what I'm saying. And they're about to go on a streak, and they're gonna.
I like that.
Mhm.
I like
They
that.
play
Okay,
they play
that-
everybody in the division still, so that's arguably three. Whew, yeah, they're
I
coming.
like your Dolphins
Hey,
at
man.
4. I like that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
The Dolphins are kind of the sexy pick for everybody right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just
I feel like they don't get enough love though.
I think they
Tua
do
is
get a
really
lot.
playing
No,
that nice, dude.
They don't.
Tua is playing that nice.
The Vikings are the
And the
ones that
Ti-
get no love, bro. We get no love.
That is
We get
true.
Bro,
That's
disrespected.
stop.
true.
The
That
man
is
just
true.
had you at number 2. I had you at number 2 in our last show.
No, on here, yes, but I'm talking about just
What do
the
you-
overall media, all the media talking heads out there, everything. They just be bit. They want the Vikings to fail. They do not want us to win. They don't want us to win. And honestly, I want it so bad I can almost taste it. But I'll give you my top 10 since you just gave your top 10. I had the Eagles at 1, the Vikings at 2, the Chiefs at 3, the Dolphins at 4, the Ravens at 5, the Bills are at 6. I got the 49ers at 7. I got the Giants at 8, the Cowboys are at 9, and the Jets are at 10.
That's a good list. That's a
That's
good
where I'm
list.
If I had
I'll give you
if
mine
I had
real
all
quick.
them special effects, I would give that 4 thumbs down, B Hill.
4 thumbs down. 4 thumbs down.
4.
I feel you though. What are you disputing? You're probably disputing the Eagles at number 1. I can't put my
No.
Vikings ahead of the Eagles, man, because we didn't beat them. They physically.
No, I
was
get that.
at the game. I was at the game. They physically
No,
beat the
I-
living dog.
I'm not.
But at the
I'm
end
not.
of the day, though, if we match up with
Mhm.
them again, here's the thing that I want to point out to everybody out there. We don't have Irv Smith at tight end no more. We have T.J. Hawkinson. T.J. Hawkinson is making that catch down the sideline for a touchdown. I'm just saying. Just saying. And we got into how many red zone opportunities? Kirk Cousins just threw the ball away. So the thing is we were getting down there, everything else. I think if we match up with the Eagles again, we will beat them. That's what I honestly believe. Because I think that our head coach, Kevin O'Connell, is just one of those mastermind type of guys on offense. I think he's just going to draw it up for JJ every week. And he's, yeah. But go ahead with your top 10, Corey, because I could go on all night talking about that.
All right, number 1, Eagles. Number 2, your Minnesota Vikings, who get no love. Number 3, the Chiefs. Number 4, I really like the Giants, man. I don't think they're pretenders. I think they got something cooking. Number 5, the Dolphins. Number 6, the Bills. Number 7, the Titans, who just beat the Green Bay Packers tonight while we've been doing this podcast.
Yeah.
Number 8, the Ravens. Number 9, the Jets. And at number 10, the Cowboys.
I like it.
So
you showed no
there
love to
you
your
go.
Cowboys, Abel.
Say that again.
Did you put your Cowboys in the top 10? I missed that.
Yeah, you had him at like number 5, I think.
Did he
I
have
believe you had him number 5 or
he
number
didn't have
6.
him that high.
No, I had him at 6.
There you go. I said 5 or 6. Yeah.
Okay.
That's love.
B Hill,
Okay.
you had a sub 500 team that was at like 4 or 5, or like what was it 5? You
What,
cannot do that, B
You
Hill.
talking about the Ravens?
I'm talking about the
You talking about
I'm talking
the
about the
Ravens?
49ers.
49ers.
You had a sub
the
500
49ers
team
are 7. They're at 7. They're at number 7.
in the top
Come on
10
now.
though.
Come on now, stop it. You act like the 49ers didn't pull up on y'all and beat y'all last year, so stop it. Stop it.
Oh, that was. I
Don't you dare blame it on the refs. Don't you dare. Dare.
I was at that game, and on the way down there with the group of people
Why
that I was
did
with,
you do
I
that?
told
Why
them
did
that
you
Dallas
do
was
that?
going to lose. I told them Dallas was going to lose because they were going to get out physical. Look what happened. Boom.
The 49ers
And I said
are
last
still
week Dallas was going to lose to Green Bay.
So why are you hating on the 49ers, though? You acting like they're still not one of those teams. They're literally the same team with Christian McCaffrey added to the mix.
First off, no. They're not even close to the same team. But yes, they did get Christian McCaffrey.
Bro, they're the same team with Christian McCaffrey added to the mix.
The same team that's sub 500.
They lost Jeff Wilson, but they added Christian McCaffrey. That's a dub in my books. Dub.
Hey, yeah, hold on. You lose. Well, no, that's not funny. Never mind. But yeah, you can't. You get arguably the best receiver in the league, and you only win 1 or 2 games. What are you, 2-8? If you're the Raiders, eesh.
Oh, yikes.
Boy.
Devontae Adams
that's a
ain't the
tough
best
one.
receiver in the game no more. He's giving.
I
that
didn't
man
say that he
love.
was. I didn't say he was. I think
Okay.
Justin's for sure the best receiver right now in the NFL.
Jeez.
Like that,
Yeah.
there's literally not even a case for an argument.
Yeah.
Eating him.
You
I love it. I'm not gonna lie.
only
I
get
love
to
it.
hold that crown for so many years as a receiver anyway. Like,
Right.
he had that crown for 2 or 3 years. It's
He's
time to
held it
pass it
since
on.
he's come out, though. Really, he's been balling since the day he stepped on the field.
Does that
Yeah,
mean?
bro, you
Does
talking
that
about
mean
being a
Derek
number
Carr's
1
not good?
receiver? No, it means Josh
No,
McDaniels
Derek
sucks
Carr
at being a head coach.
Josh
Yes,
McDaniels is
yes.
he's the weakest link, but
Or Josh Daniels, whatever his name is.
But the thing is you got to give credit to NFL defenses and NFL scouters and all that kind of stuff too, though, because they game planned. Maybe they're just shutting down what Derek Carr was good at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you added
I remember
Devontae
that.
Adams, but maybe we need to start giving a little bit more credit to Aaron Rodgers. Maybe it wasn't all just Devontae Adams because he doesn't have
Have
those
you-
perfect. You damn sure don't have. He ain't better than Aaron Rodgers. I'll tell you that.
oh my gosh,
Right
Aaron
now,
Rodgers-
even with hey, you can say what you want, dudes. The back-to-back reigning NFL MVP. Just saying.
Aaron Rodgers could throw a football through a tire from
Yeah.
500 yards away if he
Oh,
wanted
he's-
to, bro.
he's
Let's
a
be
monster.
serious. He is
He's a
that
monster.
good.
Bro,
He's a
it's not like
monster.
Devontae Adams
I
is
hate
falling
the
off
dude.
the face of the earth, bro. He's 6th in the NFL in receiving yards.
No, I get you,
Big
but
time.
his
Wow.
impact on the game is much different nowadays because he's not playing like the Raiders aren't doing that. They're probably one of the biggest disappointments in the NFL this season.
He's tied for
One.
first
I would
with
say
3
that's the
touchdowns.
biggest disappointment.
I would
Yeah,
argue
but
with
it's
that.
not
I would
Devon,
argue
bro.
with that.
Devontae's 6th in receiving yards. He's first. He's
Yeah.
tied for first in receiving touchdowns.
A lot of those
Yeah.
are garbage yards, though.
I don't know, bro.
I don't think garbage stats matter. It does not matter.
They don't. Kirk Cousins stacked up a lot of them for many years, and it didn't make him any better of a quarterback. So,
Well, I think that's
Oh.
just a foolish stat. To be
no,
honest, it's
I
kind of
feel you. I like that. I like that.
it's you're gonna do what you're gonna do, and you gotta drive down the field no matter what.
So, we got anything else?
Nah,
Anything
that's
else
it,
y'all
homie.
want to touch on? Did I miss anything?
Nah, you covered it all, dog. Good
Hey,
job.
well, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming on tonight,
Oh,
man.
man.
Hey,
I appreciate
first
it.
time.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna have to make this happen. You're definitely gonna have to come on for the recap show after
yes.
the game. We're gonna
I'll
have to hit
have
that up.
pages.
Sunday night, Corey. You want to do that Sunday night?
Yeah, let him bring
so
him
that we
back
can
Sunday
be on
night.
NFL recap. We'll do it Sunday night about around the same time. But
Bet.
guys,
Perfect. I appreciate it, boys.
not a
Oh,
problem.
no
Like
problem, man. Appreciate you, man.
Hey, I did
Yes,
want to
sir.
talk to everybody out there, though. If you guys are still here with us and you have not, drop down there and hit that subscribe button. Are you for real? Are you for real? Just subscribe, hit the notification bell, thumbs up if you like the content, you liked what you seen. Go ahead, drop down there in that comment box, leave us comments below. The end of
Please.
video question for you guys is, who y'all got? Vikings, Cowboys, and what's y'all's final score prediction? Because it is the game of the week. You got Tony Romo on the call. So, that's all I got to
Yes,
say.
sir.
Again, my guy Abel, shout out to you. Appreciate you coming on to the show. Corey, as
Yes, sir.
always, you already know what time it is, my guy. So, this was the House Divided Podcast. We signed on in tonight, guys, and now we're going to sign on out this thing. So, we'll holler at
Peace.
y'all. Peace.